Hello? People? Mmm. I really want to read the script. I cannot lie. Simply just because I know it's gonna be super cringy. Mm. I really need to turn off my system sounds. They get mad annoying. Oh boy, oh boy. Powerpuff Girls script waiting room. Hello. Hello. Five five 68288. Nice. Hey, what's poppin'? How's it going, my dude? I'm alright. I'm chilling. I'm actually in a pretty decent mood right now. I cannot lie. I cannot lie. Are you tired? I was tired when I woke up. Can't lie. Staying up for that whole stream. Jesus. Jesus. Well, you did it, man. You beat that whole game in one sitting. You nut bar. You nut. Stream team. Ugh. I don't know when I should start reading. I mean, you're the only person here, but I mean, I did say I was going to read to you. I did say I was going to read to you, specifically. Should I show the script, by the way, or should I not? I don't know if I'm allowed to. That's why I have it as the girls. Yeah, right. That's what I was thinking. I was just like, I'll play it safe. Right? Why risk it? All right, you ready for this? You ready for this cringe? All right. The Powerpuff Girls pilot, written by Diablo Cody. I'm gonna mute the music. Diablo Cody and Heather Rayner. The second network revision. Exterior: big blue endless sky. Day. Hey, what's up, J Money? How's it going? I'm literally just starting the script. 2003. Over a blue sky filled with cotton candy clouds. Once upon a time. Also, that was in text. That was in cotton candy clouds in text. It was 2003 over a blue sky. Anyways. Once upon a time, in the early 2000s, there were 3 extraordinary sisters who were destined to save the world. Blossom Utonium, 7, soars up into frame. Blossom can fly and effortlessly, even in a practical pink dress she wears. Come on, guys, he's getting away! Blossom was the leader, the go-getter, the goody-goody. Buttercup Utonium flies up next to her sister. She's a scrappy, scowling tomboy wearing a green dress. Oh, the voices. Hold on, I haven't even done Buttercup yet. Mocking high voice. Come on, guys, he's getting away! Please, we always catch them. Because I guess Buttercup has a deep voice if she's mocking, Blossom. Buttercup was the tough one. The hard ass, if you'll pardon the idiom. Alright. That was the narrator. Buttercup zooms off a green blur. Bubbles Utonium in a blue dress, pigtails, and adorable smile rises up beside Blossom. I spy a camera crew. We're gonna be on TV tonight. Woo! Let's focus on finishing the job and protecting our city. That's Blossom, by the way, Bubbles. Well, don't forget to smile, Daddy says our image is as important as our efficacy. Okay. She grins, touching her dimples with her index finger. And Bubbles was the sweet, upbeat, and cheerful one, most of the time. Ahem. Title: Powerpuff Girls. The 3 girls dip down together, diving toward a marauding 3-headed Pegasus monster, big as a building, wreaking havoc on the city. We only see it briefly, don't worry. Why is that in the script? Why is don't worry in brackets in the script? Why? What? Are they telling like the animating the CGI department? Don't worry, you guys have to animate the whole 3-headed Pegasus monster all day. Like, it's cheap. It'll be cheap. Anyways, Buttercup. Time to kick some ass. Oh, I'm sorry. Time to kick some beast. She didn't say ass there. She's 7. She bursts ahead of them, hooking swiftly around a welcome board that reads, basically initial scripts keep tabs on stuff like that. Ah, interesting. Thank you. She bursts ahead of them, hooking swiftly around a welcome board that reads, The City of Townsville, home of the Powerpuff Girls. It bears cartoon likeness of the girls. Oh, I guess that's kind of cool. A triptych of brief triptych of brief action shots. Buttercup punching the beast, Bubbles stunning it with her ice breath, Blossom tying it up. Townsville cheers them on. The girls take a bow. These exceptional girls were not born, but created by the brilliant Professor Drake Utonium. Did he? Oh, interesting. Drake Utonium. Interior, Professor Utonium's lab day. Drake, right? 1996, 7 years earlier. Drake Utonium, a debonair scientist in his 30s, toils in the lab surrounded by mysterious equipment and colorful compounds. There's an explosion of light red, blue, and green as new life blooms from a pipette. He'd long dreamed of being a father, but his grandiosity prevented him from pursuing his goal in the usual manner. Drake didn't just want children. He wanted... we'll figure it out once we get there. Drake lifts the tinted lab goggles off his face, astonished. Phenomena! Above him, in the magic fogged air, we see the silhouettes of the hovering, newly made Powerpuff Girls. Drake turns to his gawky, cowering lab partner, Dr. Joseph Mojo Mondale Mojo. Oh, I read that wrong. I'll reread that. Dr. Joseph Mojo Mondale. There you go. Mojo claps, though he looks a bit uncertain. Congrats, you did it! I couldn't have done it without you, Mojo. Interior, Professor Utonium's house. Kitchen, evening. Okay. I guess that, okay, I guess. Sure, page 2. The girls, the professor and the professor's girlfriend, Sarah Bellum, 30s, redhead with kind eyes, enjoy a cozy, laughter-filled dinner. Okay. Sarah Bellum is the professor's girlfriend. Okay. Was that wasn't a thing, right? That wasn't a thing, right? Alright. Anyways. Narrator. For years all... do they show her face, by the way? A redhead with kind eyes. So, yes. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, narrator. For years all was well in the Utonium household. The sisters were the best of friends. Drake was a proud papa. His girlfriend, Sarah, had become like part of the family. Off this warm scene, we cut to exterior. First Bank of Townsville, dusk. A crowd cheering as the girls descend on villain Fuzzy Lumpkins and snatch bags of cash from his clutches. Ahem. The girls were beloved heroes in Townsville, a city mysteriously besieged by villainous creatures and crooks where the police had failed. The Powerpuffs were triumphant. That's great. Wow, that's powerful. Everyone looks up as the Powerpuff Girls begin performing an adorable synchronized dance routine in midair. Drake turns to a news camera, filming the spectacle, pumping his fists. Girl power! Why are they doing a dance routine? Okay, nah, it's fine. Interior, Joseph Mojo Mondale's house. It is still dusk. The time is still the same. Reveal, Mojo watching the spectacle on television in his dim, depressing den. He glares, sick with envy. Dr. Joseph Mojo Mondale. Why is the narrator talking so much? Wait, is the girl power is Drake's line. Professor Drake Utonium says, "Girl power!" while pumping his fist at the screen. The new screen. That is an actual line. Yes, Nani is a very good reaction to that. Anyways. Dr. Joseph, also the narrator talks a lot. The only people that have had lines are Drake, Professor Drake, and Mojo Jojo. Professor Drake's had 3, and Mojo Jojo has had 2. Anyways, we're only on the 3rd page. Dr. Joseph Mojo Mondale was not so delighted with the Powerpuff Girls. He resented their celebrity, especially since he helped Drake discover Chemical X, the mutagenic substance that gave the girls their powers. But Drake, wrapped up in the limelight, seemed to have forgotten about their decade-long partnership. Blossom is Chloe Bennett. She's Sky from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Anyways, Mojo turns off the TV. He walks to the window. He'd hoped to use the chemical to gain power. Oh, by the narrator. He'd hoped to use the chemical to gain powers himself. Powers he'd use for good. But what use would it be now? Mojo wasn't cute. He didn't have sugar or spice or anything nice. He was just a plain old boring man. Man is is all caps and bold. Jeez. Okay, anyways. As Mojo gazes out the window, we see 3 glittery streaks of color appear in the sky. Red, green, and blue. It's the girls, we swear. We even hear a giggle. A boy runs up from behind, nose pressed behind against the glass. This is Mojo's son, Jojo. That's an interesting take. I get it. I get it. We got Mojo, we got Jojo. We got Mojo Jojo. This Monkey Man. Anyways. Oh, sweet. Jojo gets a line. Yeah, you're one of them. Anyways, Jojo gets a line. Dad, were those the Powerpuff Girls? I wish I could fly. They're all so cool, especially Blossom. Off, Mojo stewing. Anyways, next scene. Interior, Professor Utonium's house. The den. In the day. The girls and Drake watch a live news broadcast. Mojo stands at a podium at a televised rally. The chyron underneath reads, "Concerned scientist holds anti-Powerpuff rally." Oh, Mojo coming real hard. I worked with the professor for years. Believe me when I tell you he's power-hungry and duplicitous. He stole Chemical X from me. I know the Powerpuffs are protecting us from monsters, but who will protect us from the Powerpuff Girls? Blossom. But we'd never. Jojo is 2 people. Mojo is Professor Mojo Mondale, and Jojo is his son, who apparently has a crush on Blossom and thinks the Powerpuffs are cool, while as Mojo hates the Powerpuffs. This is very interesting. I'm intrigued. Are you intrigued? Anyways, Blossom says, "But we never." Professor Drake says, "He's a sad bitter man. Don't worry, you're more popular than ever." Drake was right. The girls had a national fan club, licensed merch, even their own cartoon. But Mojo wasn't their only enemy. They were about to face an evil far more formidable, a force that's defeated innumerable grifted children. Puberty. Alright. Interior, Professor Utonium's house, early morning. Oh. So, all that happened in 2003. And now, it's 2013. The super thing says 2013. A siren blares. Buttercup, Bubbles, and Blossom, now teenagers, shuffle out the front door, suited for combat in their iconic dresses. They look sullen and reluctant. Oh boy. What would a hungover Bubbles sound like? Are we fighting Swampy again? Who has the brief? Drake pops out the house, followed by Sarah. Bubbles, wait! Where are your pigtails? You have to stick to the character Bible! Sarah. She's not a character, Drake. Drake. I know that, which is why I've allowed her to select 2 outside friends and unlimited after homeschool activities. Buttercup, I don't appreciate the look you have on your face right now. Can you blame her? She's 7. This is Sarah, by the way. Can you blame her? She's 17 and she's up at the butt crack of dawn to fight a talking swamp. Drake. Sarah, as always, I appreciate your concern for my family, but you're not part of it. Before girls can begin to defend Sarah, Blossom pipes up. Wow, also Professor Drake's really mean to his girlfriend/wife. Well, actually, girlfriend, since he says he's not part of the she's not part of the family. Blossom. Oh. Blossom pipes up. What kind of voice should Blossom have? If Bubbles is like this now, I guess. Guys, we have to go to Townsville. Townsville needs us. Blossom didn't change. Blossom is the same. Guys, we have to go to Townsville. Townsville needs us. Blossom takes off into the sky. The other girls follow suit reluctantly. Sarah stares at Drake, hurt, turns, and walks away. that wasn't in the script. She just says, "Guys, we have to go to Townsville. Townsville needs us." I was just trying to find the voice. Scratch my eye. All right. Exterior: city of Townsville. Day. Bubbles, Blossom, and Buttercup battle Swampy. It's way more effortful than it should be, when suddenly, a laser beam grazes Swampy and almost hits Blossom. Reveal! A giant robot being operated by Mojo, a lab monkey by his side. Mojo's voice bellows from a megaphone. Stop the Powerpuff Girls! This is escalating very quickly. On page 8, it's 2013 already. Also, it's 2013. That's weird. But I guess that's okay. In Mojo's lab, a now teenage JoJo co-pilots his father via a control panel monitor he's holding. He's holding a Blossom action figure. Dad, easy on Blossom, remember? I got this, JoJo. Back on. The girls trying to subdue Swampy as few anti-Powerpuff protesters gather below. One throws a Slurpee. Buttercup goes red hot and flies up to the jackass. Okay, script. It just said flies up to the guy. But okay. I will honestly end you, says Buttercup. The people cower in fear as Mojo blasts at Blossom again. Guys, a little help! We're working on it, says Bubbles. Mojo blasts another laser at Swampy, hitting him in the arm, and the building behind him. Concrete debris rains down. Blossom catches the falling pieces in both arms, looking to her sisters for help. But hungover, Bubbles can barely handle Swampy, and Buttercup's fighting with protesters. Desperate, Blossom kicks a third piece of debris out of the air, but it ricochets. It ricochets a lamppost, exploding into fragments. Mojo's robot is riddled with shrapnel as it falls to the ground. In Mojo's lab, JoJo is speechless. His eyes water. Dad? Above the robot, Blossom sees blood on the inside panel. Blossom and Buttercup join her. Blossom begins to hyperventilate, having a full-blown panic attack. Okay. Huh. I don't know. This is interesting. It's weird. It's definitely a fanfic, though. That's crazy. In interior newsroom day, a newscaster sits beside a news banner. A Townsville divided. In the wake of newscaster, in the wake of Mojo Jojo's death, a once fringe group of anti-Powerpuff Girl activists have gained massive popularity in Townsville. Their goal? To banish the Powerpuff Girls. The news cuts to footage of the mayor holding a press conference surrounded by angry anti-Powerpuff protesters. The mayor. Due to public safety... Oh, wait. The mayor's... Due to public safety concerns, the Powerpuff Girls have been outlawed from fighting in Townsville. Sup, Joe? How's it going? I'm reading the Powerpuff Girls script. Because I'm living up to my channel's name. Fanfiction. What if they were still young? Still young. The original, that would be trash and weird for the CW to do that. You're 100% right. This is interesting, though. It's not good interesting, though. But it's very interesting. Ahem. The protesters cheer wildly as interior Professor Utonium's house, TV room, day. Bubbles and Buttercup watch on TV under a blanket together. I'd better check on Blossom. Bubble looks like a goddamn hoe. That's man, I don't remember her name. Dawn? She's a girl. She was in Descendants. Anyways. I'd better check on Blossom. Interior, Professor Utonium's house, Blossom's room. Day. Buttercup enters Blossom's room. Bloss? The bed is empty and made. Empty drawers are open. Exterior, gray sky. Day. See a tear-stained Blossom flying as fast as she can through an overcast sky, a suitcase strapped to her back. Exterior, Professor Utonium's house. Still day. A now furious Buttercup bursts angrily out the front door and is immediately swarmed by news cameras. Oh. I guess because it's on the news. Beep you all! Bleep Townsville! The Powerpuff Girls are done! And that's the end of the teaser, apparently. Jeez, that wasn't even Act 1. Act 1. Exterior house. Day. Smoke billows from the first floor of a house. Maybe I should... Hold on. What did you guys think of the teaser? What were your thoughts on the first 8 pages? I think this is whack. It's not the worst. Like I'm definitely intrigued, but that's the teaser, you know? Like what's gonna be in the story? What's in the story? Anyways, the only thing that bugs me is Mojo. Well, he's dead now. He died. Or maybe the monkey died. Oh, maybe the monkey died. And then Mojo still. I don't know. Look, man. We'll figure it out. We're on Act 1. Act 1. Exterior house day. Smoke billows from the first floor of a house. Narrator. I would love for HBO Max to make a Ben 10 live action movie and not cast Tom Holland to play Ben, because if this were to happen, he would have been the first choice, and I wouldn't like that. Narrator. After Blossom... Ooh. Hey! Let's follow me, Joe. After Blossom ran away to build a new life for herself, Buttercup and Bubbles followed suit. On the second floor, a window opens. Adult Buttercup, wearing firefighter gear, leaps out the window with a little boy in her arms. They fly down 20 feet and land gently. Enraged by the ignoble end of the PPGs, Buttercup sought a this is showing us what happened after. Oh, I'm gonna read that again with that context in mind because I'm stupid. on the second day. No, on the second floor. See, I wasn't reading that right. I must have. After Blossom ran away to build a new life. Yeah, I coughed. After Blossom ran away to build a new life for herself, Buttercup and Bubbles followed suit. On the second floor, a window opens. Adult Buttercup, wearing firefighter gear, leaps out the window with a little boy in her arms. They fly down 20 feet and land gently. Wow, Buttercup, you're a firefighter. That's so cool. I guess. Yeah, okay. Enraged by the ignoble end of the PPGs, Buttercup sought anonymity. She moved to a small town in Oregon, shortened her name to B, and joined the fire department. Sorry. They always catch you, Junior. You can't. Just let me finish the page and then say what you gotta say. You can't say it's cool before I finish reading. That's so funny. They all have B as the first letter. Yeah. So, are they all gonna have the nickname B now? Well, one's Bloss. Buttercup is B. Bubbles will be Bubs. Bubs. Is she a trucker now? Drunk all the time? Anyways, let me read more. Little boy. I thought you guys used ladders. If anyone asks, I did, says Buttercup. Anyways. Exterior, Hollywood Boulevard, night. See you on a license plate. Bubbles 1. Affixed to a baby blue Corvette, adult Bubbles, still wearing her signature pigtails, pops the trunk. It's full of Powerpuff Girls merch and a price list. Selfies $20, t-shirts $30, selfie and t-shirt $45. Bubbles went to Hollywood, hoping to capitalize on what fame she had left. After 2 stints in rehab and 3 failed reality show pilots, she had pivoted to direct sales. Bubbles announces herself to a pack of passing tourists. I'm Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls. The real Bubbles, unlike that Bobo knockoff Wonder Woman. Fake Wonder Woman who looks really fake, in brackets, turns and sticks her tongue out at Bubbles as the tourists flock to her. I don't know. I kind of like the Bubbles direction. It's kind of funny. Interior, college lecture hall, day. Blossom sits in the lecture hall taking notes. As for Blossom, she attended an elite women's college in the Northeast, collecting degrees to cocoon herself from the harsh sting of the real world. It was effective. Blossom notices a Powerpuff Girls tattoo on the bicep of one of her classmates. Most of the time. Super 2021. See, I was wondering why wasn't it in 2021? So now there's a superimpose that says that it's 2021. Cool, awesome. Interior, Blossom's apartment, morning. Blossom joins her adorable boyfriend Clive for breakfast. Clive wears a birthday hat as Blossom enters the kitchen. He slips a happy birthday tiara on her head and grins. After a decade of school, Blossom got a job at a Boston area biotech firm, where she met her boyfriend Clive. This morning, they're celebrating her 25th birthday, which is technically tomorrow. But tomorrow, Blossom has some out-of-state business to attend to. Ding! A reminder text from Spirit Airlines pops up on Blossom's... Spirit... What? Blossom, why you flying Spirit, girl? You know Spirit's not that great. It's from Spirit Airlines pops up on Blossom's phone. It's time to check in for your flight to Townsville, departing tomorrow at 8 a.m. She shudders. I don't want to go to Townsville. She's an adult and she still sounds like this, by the way. Maybe I should do a different voice. I'll kill myself. Screw it. I don't want to go to Townsville. Clive rubs her shoulders warmly as he pours her coffee.
After this weekend, you never have to go again. Once you sign that document and collect your trust fund, you're free, baby. Besides, you've been so excited to see your sisters.
I hope Clive's black. I hope they casted Clive as a black dude. What? So, Bubbles is, what's Clive? Clive is Bubbles' boyfriend. It's Bubbles' boyfriend. He's touching her shoulders warmly and pouring her coffee and said, after this weekend, you never have to again. Once you sign... I don't know. He probably just wants her money. I don't know why Blossom is dating anybody. Yeah, I mean... He seems like a shady boyfriend so far, just based off of that line. But you never know. Could be my delivery. Hey, thanks for subbing, Joe. Wow, you're such a good guy. My first sub. Clive is definitely black. Bro, that's how I'm playing him. I'm playing him black. Also, his name is Clive. I don't know. Exactly, this is the CW. Like, come on. Anyways. They probably still hate me. They talk all the time. But I could even went out to see Bubbles. One woman show. Bubbles with a chance of bubbles. That'd get a laugh out of me. If I heard that on the TV. If I heard that on the boob tube. I don't know. If Chloe Bennett said it, though, it wouldn't be as funny. I like Bubbles in this, too. I like Bubbles in this script. Anyways. Bubbles with a chance of bubbles. I've been a total ghost.
Babe, you had a messed up childhood that culminated in a traumatic event. It's like your therapist says, you needed to go out and make your own way in the world, for the sake of your mental health.
I hope I don't have a panic attack while I'm there. That's what Xanax is for. That and recreational. That and recreational use by guys with cool face tats. And if you do freak out, just do that exercise Dr. Pat taught you. My voice is changing. My voice is changing. That's what Xanax is for. My voice is changing! Whoopsie. Right! Visualize my inner child. She gazes into the middle distance where the childhood self magically appears, waving to her reassuringly. Thanks for being amazing, Clive. I love you. Ding. Another text, this time from Bubbles, to both Buttercup and Blossom. It says, Happy birthday Eve, my BBs. See you tomorrow. Blossom, soothed by her conversation with Clive, grins and texts back. Can't wait to see you guys. Seriously. After a beat, Buttercup texts, Me 3! Buttercup. She's a firefighter. I don't know. She doesn't really have much character. It's just been all Blossom. And Bubbles is kind of cool, too. It's gonna be super fun. Man, what the heck happened to my black voice? That's crazy. That's just... Oh, man. I should quit. Anyways. Exterior, government building to establish day. Jojo, pre-lap. Damn it. Straight to hell, Gina. Oh, damn it, straight to hell, Gina. Oh, okay, cool. Interior, mayor's office, day. Jojo, now also in his 20s, sits in a well-appointed office. A plaque on his desk reads, Jojo Modell, mayor of Townsville. He reads through a report in front of his secretary, Gina, who's 50 years old. He has a pet monkey sitting on his desk. Mike Wazowski. This is Gina, by the way. This is just the initial polling data. You've got time to pull ahead. Unlike narrator, unlike other prodigal Powerpuffs, Mojo's son, Jojo, stayed in Townsville. Indeed, his loyalty dedication to the city had carried him all the way to public office. He was the youngest person ever elected mayor of Townsville. Unfortunately for him, a second term looks unlikely. What's Joe? Damn it, straight to hell, Gina. I've delivered on everything. I've delivered everything I promised, except free gelato Fridays, and that's only because the perfect scoop turned out to be a front for meth trafficking. I miss their pistachios. Alicia Lawrence has no experience. She's impulsive and reactionary. She's exciting. You mean she's not a white man? No. You know, you hear about reverse discrimination, but until it happens to you... No offense, you totally earned our position. Optics don't hurt, though. Okay. This is one thing people love more than virtue signaling. Gina. Oh, I'm sorry. I read that line wrong. Let me redo that. There is one thing people love more than virtue signaling, Gina. Frozen desserts or Italian origin? No! Security, safety, and I can provide that. Jojo feeds his monkey a treat. I like 20-year-old Jojo now. I like this voice. Jojo. I am Jojo. My father died in a robot accident. Oh. Jojo feeds his monkey. With all due respect, Mr. Mayor, Townsville is a candy-colored bubble of privilege and comfort. Ever since the creature attack stopped, we're one of America's safest cities. I don't think people are voting from a place of fear. What about my pet monkey? That was meaningful in the last election. Post-Harambe? No one Nah, this has to be a joke. Post-Harambe? In a 2021 TV show, No, this script was a meme. This script was not supposed to... This script was never supposed to come out. This script was never supposed to come out. Post Harambe, no one cares anymore. I need to read through all of this. Go ahead and knock off for lunch. One more thing. The Powerpuff Girls are coming to town tomorrow. The color drains from Jojo's face. He's shaken. Tomorrow? All three? Just for the weekend. The Gazette called asking for comment. Tell Frank I said no comment. That'll be all. Gina nods, exits as Jojo mulls over mulls all of this over. His monkey screeches. It gives Jojo an idea. He picks up his cell phone. Pulls up a contact. Short stack. Hesitates for a moment, then dials. I need you. Exterior, Townsville, airport, curb/Uber pickup, day. We're back to the PPGs. Buttercup exits with her duffel bag. We see Bubbles with her suite of luggage in line for an Uber. She's accompanied by a middle-aged guy with a camera. She spots Buttercup heading over. Here she comes. Here she comes. Start filming. Then, Buttercup, happy birthday, bitch. Bubbles is lit. I don't care. Bubbles is lit. Happy birthday, bitch. They hug happily until Buttercup notices the cameraman. What's Al Messias over here? Oh, what's with Al Messias over here? Does he work for Bravo? No, I'm making a tasteful doc about my comeback/solo career, which starts with capturing our reunion, which is kind of a big D. She's referring to the cameraman now. Oh, and this is my manager, Ace. Hey, Ace. When you say reunion, to be clear, you mean like our personal reunion, because I'm not. You're not interested in a re-team or a reboot of the Powerpuff Girls, I know. Even though America would go rip shit bonkers for it. Bubbles has, I don't know. Don't know if she's my favorite anymore. She's just swearing now. She's just swearing in each line just cause. They're funny swears though because they're weird words like rip shit. We go rip shit bonkers for it. They would, said Ace. Buttercup affectionately strokes one of Bubbles' pigtails. You haven't changed at all, says Buttercup. Winking. Gotta stick to the character, Bible. They smirk, but the looks they exchange are poignant. Interior, car, day. Bubbles, Buttercup, and Ace ride in the back of an Uber. They pass the old Welcome to Townsville billboard, which now says Jojo Mondale Mayor, with a smiling photo of Jojo. So Mojo Jojo's son is the mayor now, says Buttercup. Remember that huge crush she had on Blossom? Weird kid. Hey, you know who we should go see while we're here? Sarah. She was always so great to us. Dad blew that one. Has he been dating lately? Do you know? Just rando hookups. You know, science groupies, beaker bunnies, nearsighted hoes mainly. Got it. The car turns onto their childhood street. We're home. I can't believe Blossom's coming. Probably only because Dad made it mandatory for us to access the trusts. Damn. Blossom was just out here for the money. That's crazy. That's not a line. That's an opinion. Bubble says, what are we going to do with the money? Buy a little cabin? Rescue a few schnoodles or doodles? I'm not a total cliche. I'm going to have chickens too. Buttercup is a cliche lesbian, like TV stereotype lesbian that just wants to have a farm, with chickens on it. Suddenly, they look out the window, alarmed. What the fuzzy lumpkin? I'm sorry. What the fuzzy lumpkins? Can't say the F word. So, because it's on the CW. We see a mob of people gathered near the Powerpuff Girls' childhood house. Some are pressed. Some carry signs that say things like, "No violence in Townsville. A scant few are fans." "Dad alerted the press," says Buttercup. Exterior, Professor Utonium's house. Day. The sisters get out of the Uber. The small crowd surrounds them, yelling questions. Are you here to start trouble? Etc. "Is this a welcome wagon or a go-home wagon?" says Buttercup. Who cares? We're trending, locally. "Are the Powerpuff Girls re-teaming?" says a journalist. "Hell no. I'm not caping for Townsville ever again. I'm here to collect a debt, then I'm out," says Buttercup. "Throttle down, Boo. Your Chem X is showing." Then sweetly, "Who is this?" says Bubbles. Reveal a cute girl standing by the front door. Henrietta. Cool. "Hello. I'm Henrietta. I'm a huge fan. Blossom is my favorite. But all of you are feminist icons." "Thank you, cutie," says Bubbles. "Can I have a hug?" Bubbles leans down to hug Henrietta. Buttercup notices a large furry caterpillar on Henrietta's shoulder, arcing up towards Bubbles' ears. She instinctively swats the caterpillar into the bushes. Henrietta bursts into tears in full panic. "That was my pet, Gloria!" Buttercup begins to mumble an apology as, "Daddy!" Camera shutters click as Drake opens the door to greet his daughters. Bubbles hugs him. Ace films. Professor Utonium's a little bit older now, right? It's been like 20 years. "Girls!" Buttercup strides past Drake inside the house. Interior, Professor Utonium's house. It's still day. Yeah. Says the same, so it's still day. As Drake shuts the door behind Buttercup and Buttercup and Bubbles. Gosh, I actually think I might have dyslexia. Reading this is showing me that I might have like a small case of dyslexia. That's crazy. Anyways, as Drake shuts the door behind Buttercup and Bubbles. Buttercup. "Dad, why'd you call the press? Blossom's gonna freak out. The last thing we need is another crack in the bell jar." "Blossom's been doing fine." "She's emotionally fragile. Coming back here is probably triggering for her." "Why, 'cause she's the one who killed Mojo? I mean, moveon.org. Bubbles is saved. Moveon.org. We love it. We stan her. She's the best. I don't care. Off screen, I guess, we hear chairs squeak. It's Blossom sitting at the kitchen table. Awkward. Ace turns to Drake, extends his hand. "I'm Ace. Virgo Management." Drake shakes his hand. Blossom rises to greet her sisters. "Come here!" she says fondly. Buttercup and Bubbles come in for a long, strong group hug. Drake watches them pleased, then he turns to Ace, who has temporarily lowered his camera to observe the reunion. Professor Utonium says, "You getting this?" Interior, Powerpuff Girls' home. Well, it's actually Professor Utonium's home. But the Powerpuff Girls live there adjacent. Now they just call it the Powerpuff Girls' home. Come on, script. Be consistent. Anyways, interior, Powerpuff Girls' home, kitchen table. Later. The sisters sit in a row on one side of the modern dining table. Drake sits on the other. A gourmet dinner sits before them. The room is full of birthday balloons. Ace films. "I can't believe you girls are 25. Wow. The 3B is back in Townsville. It'll be nice to catch up. Huh?" Blossom is looking at the red phone displayed in the living room. It's in a glass case, unplugged like a museum piece. She starts downing a glass of red wine. Yes, and it will be nice to collect the money we earned for the sale of our childhoods. When do we sign? You loved being a Powerpuff Girl. It's not like we were given any alternatives, said Blossom. I had to say that because Blossom and Bubbles kind of sound the same, and I'm not changing their voices now. Too late. Bloss, you would have chosen PPG no matter what. You were always the first one out the door when that alarm went off. I'm sure it's deactivated now. T-ville is as peaceful as any town USA, and by the looks of it, as boring and homogeneous too. I counted 3 Paneras, says Buttercup. Actually, I didn't want to bring this up yet, but I have reason to believe that a darkness may be headed to Townsville, says Professor Utonium. Hobby Lobby, says Buttercup. Blossom nervously says, Dad, you don't mean like... Bubbles says, monsters? Drake, I'm afraid I do. Blossom starts quietly freaking out, subtly hyperventilating. She's having a panic attack. I think the city may need Powerpuff Girls. Again. Blossom, losing consciousness. Bloss? Interior, Henrietta's lair, evening. In an apartment, we see Henrietta seated at a child-sized desk. The song Glowworm plays in the background. She repairs the woolly bear caterpillar we saw Buttercup swat away earlier. It's not a caterpillar, it's a robot reveal. There are hundreds of such robot caterpillars crawling all over the room. Henrietta cranks the volume of her record player. Hey, turn it down! Sorry, Mr. Carruthers. I forgot Henrietta's voice. Henrietta was like a generic girl. It was like, sorry, Mr. Carruthers. There it is. Sorry, Mr. Carruthers. Henrietta pushes one of her woolly bears through a wall vent. Oh no, she's gonna kill Mr. Carruthers with the woolly bear. Interior apartment directly below, night. Mr. Carruthers, Henrietta's neighbors, in his 50s, watches UFC on his couch. The woolly bear emerges from his vent and traverses across the couch cushions before crawling into his ear. Mr. Carruthers shakes his head at first, then quickly settles into his new normal, a strange yellow glint in his eyes. Glowworm continues to play faintly as we... End of Act 1. Alright, other than me realizing I might have dyslexia, was that okay? Did you guys get the gist of what's happening in Act 1? Oh, my aunt's here, and there's not a chance that she's not gonna come into my room. 5. Well, it's my sister's birthday, but yeah, no, the first half wasn't so bad, but then it got kind of crazy. Like, I don't know. Like, a little crazy. Like, I don't know. We'll get to Act 2. We'll do Act 2. It seems to be a 3-act script because Act 2 is on page 20 and there's 60 pages. So Act 2 will end on page 40 and then 40 to 60 will be Act 3, I'm guessing. But yeah, I like Bubbles. Interesting that it's Mal. What's her name again? What's Bubbles' name again? This actress? Does anyone know? Yeah, the actress. Because Blossom is Chloe Bennett. Bubbles is... Yo, man, we literally just watched Descendants. Dove Cameron, right? That's her, right? Yeah. Bubbles. PPG live action. Yeah. Anyways, back to reading, because if I don't, it's gonna take forever. Act 2, interior, Powerpuff Girls, home, kitchen floor. Later. It's not day anymore, it's later. Blossom's out cold. Bubbles and Buttercup hover over her. But, Bloss, wake up, or it will leak your nudes everywhere. That worked on you once, Buttercup says to Bubbles. Bubbles nods, remembering, then thinks, closes her eyes. Yeah, this is how we open in Act 2, my guy. This is how we open in Act 2. Right in it. Right in it. This is awesome. This is great. Bubbles nods, remembering, then thinks, closes her eyes. Grew up in a small town. When the rain would fall down, I'd just stare out my window. Please, not breakaway, says Blossom. It's working, says Bubbles. Buttercup. Dreaming of what could be, and if I'd end up happy, I would pray I could break away. Blossom forcing herself up. Okay, I'm up. Too late. Bubbles and Buttercup, so pitchy, so passionate. I can't do two voices at once. So I'm just gonna do Buttercup. I'll spread my wings and I'll learn how to fly. I'll do what it takes till I touch the sky. The girls are interrupted by the Monster Mash playing downstairs. Their faces are confused. Faces of confusion. Interior, Powerpuff Girls home. Drake's lab, night. Drake is over to Professor Utonium. The sisters find Professor Utonium dancing in front of a PowerPoint, eating a Go-Gurt. He accidentally drips some on his shirt. Sorry, girls. I have a condition where if I see someone faint, I faint. So I had to grab some sugar. Now why look at that? Take a seat. Please, I made cocoa. Bubbles happily sits. Buttercup and Blossom take a beat. Buttercup and Blossom, they say this at the same time. Dang it. Buttercup says, damn. Blossom says, I do love that cocoa. And Drake says, and I love family time. This is cute. That's cute, I think. What's up, Derpsna? How's it going? We reading the Powerpuff Girls leaked script that's no longer the script they're using. So it's officially fanfiction, which counts. It's my first official fanfiction on fanfiction. Drake shuts the door with the remote as the girls sit. Buttercup. Hey, Matt Lauer. I'm sorry. Hey, Matt Lauer. The remote door thing is canceled. Oh, CW. Out here with the references. Matt Lauer. Alright. On the PowerPoint, a graph with various squiggly lines. As you girls may not know, I've been monitoring supernatural evil activity here in Townsville. Ever since you left. I've never watched a single episode of Powerpuff Girls, but I'm all for this voiceover. Thank you. Thanks, Derpsna. Appreciate it, man. Anyways, sorry. Yes, throw me off. Okay, back to reading. I've been monitoring supernatural evil activity here in Townsville ever since you left. Mostly, it's a lot of dead ends and conspiracies. Until this morning, when I saw this. Drake pulls up a picture of a missing kitten, posted on Nextdoor. Blossom squints. Buttercup rolls her eyes. So cute, says Bubbles. I want it in a frame. Sorry, wrong thread. Bear with me. Ah, here we are. Drake pulls up another thread, Nextdoor thread titled, "Is anyone else in?" Is anyone else's internet F ***? It's actually censored, so I guess in the show it would be, is anyone else's internet F *** KED with several complaints below. Buttercup says, "Yeah, this makes a lot more sense." The professor says, "My dear Buttercup, it's not the what, but the why. I investigated, and the provider's not to blame. There's no explanation for this cluster of people in a 2-block radius, doesn't have working internet, except for a mysterious, man, I read things weird. It must be that I'm reading things weird. There's no explanation for why this cluster of people in a 2-block radius doesn't have working internet. See, I'm definitely reading things weird. Except for a mysterious, unusual concentration of high-frequency technology nearby, suggesting evidence of a secret, evil laboratory." Bubble gasps with excitement. "The reach of the outage suggests some pretty heavy-duty tech. So I didn't want to get too close. Undermanned, or should I say,
undergirled."
That's an actual line, and girled is in italics. I'm betting that's how the professor would have said that. Undergirled. That's how that line is delivered. 100%. Buttercup says, "You shouldn't." Blossom says, "So you want us to go see if there's an evil lab based on a thread from Nextdoor about spotty internet?" Professor Utonium says, "Uh-huh. And you're sure this evidence isn't something you staged in order to drum up a comeback for us?" "Honey, you think I would lie to you?" says Professor Utonium. Yes, you lie all the time." I really don't have to tell you that's Buttercup talking. Buttercup is the best. That's a great voice. "Remember when you let the colossal gopher out during sweeps?" says Blossom. "Oh, we were in a ratings hole." "And we ended up in a literal hole created by a giant gopher who tried to kill us with a tree trunk?" Now that was good TV. Okay, well, I'm gonna pass. Same. Drake pouts. Bubble stands up, turns to her sisters. "Guys, how can you turn down an evil recon mission? Especially when said Mish would make a perfect storyline for my documentary. Bubbles is back." Not to be confused with the other film, Bubbles on her back. Buttercup, that's a good one. That's a good one. "Come on. It'll be fun. Plus we haven't hung in a decade, and I really miss us. Please." Buttercup's warmed by the sentiment, but plays it cool. "We do have a day to kill before we get our monies. And maybe there'll be something for me to beat up."
Totally. Blossom? Evil recon mish?
The sisters look to Blossom. She looks away, ashamed.
I think I'm just gonna take a nap.
Buttercup rolls her eyes. Bubbles takes a deep breath.
Grew up in a small town.
Forget it, Bubs. Let her have her boring phone sex with her pasty boyfriend. Clive's white. Clive's white. Clive's white. Fax. No printer. Clive's white. Yep. Pasty boyfriend, Clive's white. Unless he's a pasty black guy. He could be albino. But, yeah. Black Lightning did have an albino actor, so could use that guy. Anyways. Girls! Don't fight. How about Buttercup goes with Bubbles? And Blossom stays with me. We haven't had any QT since you got home. Quality time. Blossom shuts her eyes, takes a deep breath. When she opens them, she sees young Blossom examining chemicals in the background.
You can split a Go-Gurt while he talks about himself the whole time, and you feel even more unseen.
Damn, young Blossom. That's awful. Blossom eyes the Go-Gurt stain on Drake's shirt. Cut to interior. Blossom's rental car. Day. Blossom drives. Buttercup's in front. Bubbles in the back. With Ace. Examining Drake's stats on the iPad while Ace films.
Okay, so this Pontech evil lab Dad found is somewhere between Donut Thing and the volcano. Oh, that's interesting.
No, it's not. No one cares.
The Kano's owned by the Rowdy Rough Boys, 3 brothers who were a failed spin-off version of us.
That's an interesting shout out. Because, like, the volcano, that was always a thing in Townsville, right? There was, like, a volcano that was always in the background, right? If I'm remembering correctly. And also, Rowdy Rough Boy shout out. Failed spin-off, ha. Except they had no superpowers, and they all got Lou Pearlman. Damn.
If the Rowdy Rough Boys have turned evil in hopes of rebooting their franchise, and we stop them, then maybe Townsville will want us back.
Blossom exhales deeply. Buttercup turns toward Bubbles. Bubba, let me tell you something. When we got outlawed by Townsville for accidentally killing a madman, and then unceremoniously ditched by Blossom, I was pissed. Blossom shifts in her seat, guilty and annoyed at the dig. But it forced me to reevaluate my life, and I realized how exhausted I was defending myself against misogynist morons and pretending I was straight for the cameras. It was fun when it was about fighting baddies, but it changed. Blossom, mostly to herself.
Yeah, it did.
I'm sorry, that's too low. That low is Bubbles, high is...
Yeah, it did!
That's Blossom. Yeah. Bubbles, not really listening.
Do you guys think JoJo would do an interview for my doc?
Phone started ringing. I'm sorry about that. You know, I don't think he would because of the whole we kill this dad thing. I hate how Buttercup talks. Like, everything is an insult and overly aggressive. That's my line delivery, but you're right. Everything she does say is really aggressive. So, I mean, like the lines themselves are very aggressive. You're not wrong, but I am. Yeah, that is a mistake. Why would you do that in 2021? Just make it a character. I don't think most lesbians like that. That's assuming though. I can't just assume. I'm not lesbian. So I don't know. But you're right. They're making her the lesbian trope character in the show, and that's not cool. Anyways, where was I? Interview with my doc. We killed this old dad thing. Bubbles.
Bloss, maybe you can ask for me. I bet he's still obsessed with you.
He's never obsessed with me.
Yeah, he was, and I bet he still is.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I got mixed up. Whoa. Reading wrong characters is the wrong voices. My bad. Blossom says,
he was never obsessed with me.
And then Buttercup says, yeah he was, and I bet he still is, but in a kinky, angry way. Buttercup looks at the parking lot. Ooh, that's a good space. Interior, the volcano, day. An Americana dive bar. Buttercup, Blossom, Bubbles, and Ace enter to find the volcano popping. A picture of the Rowdy Rough Boys, Brick, Boomer, and Butch hangs on the wall. Buttercup. Butch, now a super hot bartender. Nah. You don't, no. That's a fanfic. This is a fanfic, right? Butch, now a super hot bartender gives Buttercup and Blossom big hugs. Butch gets to Bubbles and frowns, standoffish. Bubbles.
Where's my hug?
Butch. What? Beat her. That's me an egg. Beat her. That's Butch. Last time I saw you, you broke it off. You broke off our engagement and told me you'd pawn the ring for drugs.
Was that you?
Buttercup elbows her. Have a drink with us. We're never here, and we never will be again. Okay. One shot.
Old do us for me, please. Thank you,
says Bubbles. Butch leaves to grab them drinks. Buttercup makes eyes with a hot girl across the bar. Macy. Nah, it's just a CW. You're right. It's not just because it's a fan fiction. It's because it's a CW. Hot girl. Hot guy. Yeah, you're right. It's the CW. That's just the CW. That's so weird. Anyways. Butch leaves to grab them drinks. Buttercup makes eyes with a hot girl across the bar. Macy. Blossom.
Aren't we here to investigate?
I'm here to pick up bi-curious townies. You're here to avoid Drake. Bubbles is here to investigate. But she forgot Butch hates her. Luckily, we're dealing with another hate boner, so alcohol helps. Blossom.
Why do you know so much about hate boners?
Life is one big hate boner. I like the term hate boner. At a table, Blossom, Buttercup, and Bubbles throw back their shots. Remember my 15th birthday at that weird honky-tonk? What? Wait, what line? What, life is one big hate boner? This is a fanfic. That line? Yeah, dude, life is one big hate boner? Yeah. No, I really don't believe that this was ever going to get put out. Like, if this was the real pilot script, I don't think the show would get put out. I don't know. I don't know if it would make it past. Like, screening and stuff. I don't know. Anyways. Blossom, Buttercup, and Bubbles throw back their shots. Remember my 15th birthday at that weird honky-tonk?
Bubbles peed herself. You threw Carrot Top out a window, and Sarah picked us up at 3 a.m. Never told Dad.
Is cringe dialogue a requirement at CW? Bro, yeah, honestly, it probably is. I can't believe they used to have sex. Can you imagine Drake? I bet he's so mechanical. Like, that line has to be, Drake? I bet he's so mechanical.
And weirdly precise. I bet he's so generous.
Blossom and Buttercup throw napkins/trash at Bubbles. Blossom and Buttercup. No! Filth!
Not okay!
All the sisters crack up. By the bar, the sisters kick back another round of shots. Bubbles flirts with Butch, who's softened considerably. Bubbles nods to a door marked, "Do not enter." Whoa. Whoa.
What's in there?
It's a top secret.
Like an evil laboratory?
Butch laughs it off. Bubbles eyes the room, dying to get in. Other end of the bar. Blossom waits for a drink, watching a Bitmoji from Clive. Clive's Bitmoji.
Call me. Call me. Love you.
Blossom smiles, puts her phone away, then notices young Blossom on a bar stool beside her, sucking down a Go-Gurt.
Wow, you're not immediately calling him back? Is that because, dare I say, you're having fun?
Blossom takes in her surroundings, her sisters. She is having fun, as Blossom savors the moment. Carruthers. Oh, yeah, Henrietta's neighbor.
Keep it down. Can I buy you a drink?
Young Blossom disappears. Blossom turns to find Henrietta's neighbor, Carruthers. Blossom smiles and tries to leave, but Carruthers steps in front of her, gets in her face.
I said, can I buy you a drink?
Buttercup noticed Carruthers stepping up to Blossom, as Blossom clocks the faint yellow glint in his eyes.
What's going on here?
Says Buttercup, off screen. Carruthers turns to Buttercup, then looks back to Blossom.
Aren't you those Powerpuff Girls?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Aren't you those Powderpuff Girls?
He says Powderpuff Girls. I remember when my dad used to call it the Powderpuff Girls. Powerpuff. No. D. Like you. Powerpuff. No D. Like you. We love it. We love it. So once I hit page 30, Act 3, I'm gonna throw up an ad and we get something to drink because my throat is killing me. But that's Buttercup for you. Carruthers grabs Buttercup's arm. Blossom's eyes go wide.
Oh
no! On Bubbles, making out with Butch against the wall, trying to inch her way closer to the door. Do not enter room. Just as Carruthers sails across the room, bursting through the do not enter door. Bubbles peeks her head inside. It's a supplies closet filled with storage and pesticides. Exterior, the volcano, night. Buttercup, Blossom, and Ace walk out. Butch physically carries out a flailing Bubbles.
Stop! I'm an American treasure.
Butch leaves. Bubbles hisses at him. Turns to Buttercup.
Dude, not cool.
What? He was a creep. And Blossie was a full deer in headlights.
His eyes had a weird glint. I was trying to suss it out.
What's there to suss out? His botched cataract surgery?
Why do you keep coming at me? I get it. I screwed up.
No, Bubble screwed up. Like constantly. You left.
I'm sorry, okay? What more do you want from me?
I want the old Blossom. Buttercup becomes emotional. Bubbles nods to Ace to film. Damn, Bubbles. Bubbles always getting the shot. Bubbles out here. Getting that money, honey. You used to boss us around and have a perspective and care. You were our leader, and now you're this weak, closed-off, mopey... Bubbles gets to chime in.
Loser?
Blossom. Monologue. Blossom gets a moment right here.
You know what I think? I think I'm the only one here that actually grew up, and neither of you can handle it because you're still beating people up in bars like you did when we were 15, and Bubbles is wearing knee socks on Hollywood Boulevard.
Notices Bubbles filming.
Bubbles, stop filming!
Buttercup charges Bubbles and Ace to try to get them to shut off the camera. Bubbles steps to her, protecting the camera. Stop whoring out our lives!
You guys bungled the investigation. Your dysfunction is all I have,
says Bubbles. Thank you. Honestly, I thought it was on point. CW, cast me. As Bubbles and Buttercup circle each other, Blossom notices a Razor scooter charging station across the street. Blossom grabs the iPad from the car, checks Drake's numbers.
Hey guys!
Bubbles' eyes go frosty as she drops into her ice breath mode. Ice me up, and you're going in the dumpster.
Guys!
They look at her.
I think this is the unusual concentration of...
Ooh, that's a 1-800 number. We don't have to answer that one. And I was just getting in... Anyways.
I think this is the unusual concentration of high-frequency technology Drake was talking about.
Blossom points to the Razor scooters. Buttercup laughs. Oh my god. See, Bubs? He's a sad, lonely quack. Let's go. Buttercup heads to the car. Bubbles sighs, looks to Ace.
Let's get some B-roll, I guess.
Bubbles looks over Ace's shoulder as he films the charging station at the base of an apartment complex. Alright. I have a delivery coming. I'll be right back. I have a delivery that's here. Ha! I'll be right back. Oh! Let's run a 1-minute ad break. What's up, guys? I'm streaming. I'm reading the Powerpuff Girls script to my stream. Oh, wow. Yeah. And then suddenly I get my weed delivery, so yeah. I'll be right back. Hello. I'm back. Yeah, next time I'll mute the mic. Anyways, back to the script. Where was I? B-roll, I guess. Okay. Bubbles looks over Ace's shoulder as he films the charging station at the base of an apartment complex. 3 floors up, see a figure watching Bubbles and Ace from their window. Interior, Henrietta's lair. Night. Reveal, Henrietta watching them leave. Her evil lair is directly above the charging station and is the source of the energy that Drake identified. Henrietta turns back inside, surprised to find JoJo sitting in an armchair. Generic girl voice, Henrietta.
Do you break into homes of all the little girls you hired to do your evil bidding?
JoJo notices a woolly bear on his arm, flicks it off. Just the ones who've murdered their parents. Less red tape. How's progress?
You know, ups and downs.
JoJo eyes Henrietta, less than thrilled with her response. The Powerpuff Girls collect their trust fund in 12 hours. That's how long you have to put 3 of these little bugs in their brains. So I can control their minds. Make them throw a school bus of kids into a river.
And save the day, cementing your re-election. I know the playbook, Joj. And I love it. Aside of the saving the kids part. But I just sent my boy Carruthers on a mission, and it was no bueno.
I really like Henrietta's voice. I gotta remember this one. It's when I do this.
No bueno.
Yeah, my girl voices, they don't got much range. Reveal Carruthers on Henrietta's couch, looking beat up. Like a scolding dog.
The mission was to try to get a bug in Blossom's ear. But instead we started a fight with Buttercup? Didn't we? Didn't we? I need to do more testing.
You have 12 hours, or I make you eat every single one of these bugs. Turn you to the FBI, and you become the youngest person to ever be executed in America. Got it? Henrietta's speechless, but clearly gets the message. JoJo heads for the door, tripping on a pair of shoes. He fears he looks stupid. He does. So he calls out angrily behind, 12 hours! Alright. Start of Act 3. I never went to get that drink. I went, got my delivery, and then came right back to finish off the script. So, I'm gonna go get my drink, and I'm not gonna run an ad. BRB. And this time, I'm going to mute my mic because I have people in my house. Also, have you guys noticed the colors? I have it changing from blue, red, and green. You probably don't because it's daytime. Yeah. Okay. BRB. Hello. I just learned a fun fact. Apparently, horror movies help you lose weight because it speeds up your heart rate, so you burn calories. So, if you ever want to just, like, burn a lot of, like, calories, just watch a bunch of horror movies. Back to back to back to back to back to back. Really scary ones. Get your heart pumping. Pump it. Anyways. Act 3. Let's do this. My mic is live. We're good. Jay? Yeah, apparently. Thank you. No, it doesn't. It's not a big help. It obviously, I don't think it's a really significant help to your weight, but it does burn calories. Anyways, Act 3. Interior, Powerpuff Girls home. Drake's lab. Day. Bubbles films Drake as they dig deeper into Drake's theory. I kind of want to change Drake's voice to, "Hey, yo, it's Drake. It's Drizzy. I don't see how I could be wrong. The evidence don't lie." Nah, I don't like that. He's gonna be. I'm gonna keep him as Professor Utonium. I don't see how I could be wrong. The evidence doesn't lie. Blossom enters quietly, helping herself to a coffee.
No, but sometimes people do.
Why would I lie about something like this? Says Professor Utonium.
Because you want us to reunite, Dad. And you know that appealing to my sense of responsibility with this town in danger thing is the only way to get me on board,
says Blossom.
Oh, speaking of dangerous, this crazy dude came for Bloss and Buttercup at the volcano. He had Scorpio energy. Chaotic. We got it on tape. Want to see?
Says Bubbles. We hear a loud bump upstairs. Blossom jumps, concerned.
What was that?
As Bubbles pulls up the footage, Blossom silently exits. Drake watches her leave, turns to Bubbles. What did I do to drive her away? Bubbles, just now or in a macro sense? Ooh, that's the wrong voice.
Just now or in a macro sense?
Bubbles, not a day goes by that I don't regret my greatest failure.
Japan is a tough market to crack, says Bubbles.
I'm not talking about the brand. I mean the family. I never thought we'd fracture, says Professor. Ooh, look, Bubbles gets a long little block right here.
Look, we loved being Powerpuff Girls, but sometimes we wanted to be other things too. You know how in Dirty Dancing, Baby is like this big nerd who wants to join the Peace Corps, and then she meets Johnny and becomes a fancy slut, but her dad is like disappointed in her because he thinks he's not a nerd anymore? But the thing is, she's still a nerd. It's just that now she's a nerd and a fancy slut, and it's too non-binary for Jerry Orbach to grasp.
Drake ponders the metaphor with a look of remorse. Fancy slut. Interior, Powerpuff Girls home. Hallway, Buttercup's room. Day. Blossom heads upstairs. Blossom heads upstairs where the bumping sound continues from Buttercup's room, then abruptly stops. Blossom opens the door and finds Buttercup in bed with Macy. Oh, it's a bumping. I get it. With Macy, the women she eyed at the bar the night before. They've just finished. They just finished. So we're gonna figure it out. We'll figure it out. But what we know is Blossom heads upstairs where the bumping sound continues from Buttercup's room, then abruptly stops. Blossom opens the door and finds Buttercup in bed with Macy, the woman she eyed at the bar the night before. They've just finished. And finished is in quotes in the script. Good timing, I guess, for Bloss, if they just finished. I don't know. Hold on. I'm gonna do something real quick. There. I feel like if I have the script here, then it feels more like I'm looking at you guys. Yeah. There we go. While I'm reading. You guys can stare at me while I mess up words. Yeah. Blossom. Oh God, I'm sorry! It's fine! To Macy. We're done, right? Oh, what would Macy sound like? Hey, I'm Macy. I'm a TV lesbian, I guess. I had sex with Buttercup just now. Macy. Okay. I got it. Oh God, I'm sorry! It's fine. We're done, right? I'd say 6 times is enough. Do your best Ashley Birch impression. Ashley Birch? Who's Ashley? Character. Give me a character that Ashley Birch... Oh. Is Ashley Birch Chloe? Max, that's hella cool. Max, hella. Max. Hella. Hella. Alright, I got this. I got this. Oh God, I'm sorry! It's fine. We're done, right? Hella. I'd say 6 times is enough. Bubbles and Drake enter on Blossom's heels. To Bubbles and Drake. Guys, no! Buttercup. It's fine. I'm not remotely ashamed. I'm just getting my life, people. And tonight, I finally get access to my trust, and I never have to come back to Clownsville again. Hella, what about me? You should come with me. 3-acre farm and chickens. Bubbles quietly. Yoo-ho? Why are you acting like being here is torture? I didn't raise you like this, says the professor. Exactly. You raised us to be a franchise, not a family. We don't know how to be together without a shot list and suggested dialogue. But remember how much fun we had when the cameras were off? Says Bubbles. When they were off? Says Buttercup with a question. See Ace filming from the hallway. Blossom rolls her eyes. To Drake. When you're a kid, the stakes are supposed to be low. A kid should be worried about losing their lunch money or being picked last in PE. A kid shouldn't be worried about cat burglars or giant lizards or accidentally farting on TRL. Carson handled that well. There was always something scary around the corner. It wasn't normal, and we never had space to process it. You said you created us because you always wanted to be a dad, so why not just make 3 little girls? Well, that would be weird. Wait. What's Buttercup's line? What's up? The last Buttercup line that I read? About the cameras and the dialogue? Alright. Yeah, Blossom says, you said you created us because you always wanted to be a dad, so why not just make 3 little girls? And then the professor says, well, that would be kind of weird. Blossom shakes her head, frustrated with Drake's response. Hella. I'm late to acro yoga. It's kind of like flying. Actually, maybe that's a good voice for Macy. Macy's like flying. Oh, that's fun. Call me, says Buttercup. I'm out of here too, says Blossom.
Right. You spent a total of 10 minutes with us, and you're already a ghost. Where are you going?
My stream lags a lot, but I'm a refresh. Your reading is so funny, I love it. Is there a delay or something? No, there is a delay. I'm afraid. Okay. I'm afraid. Oh, it sounds fine. Okay. You're gonna hear some double voice real quick. Like real quick. I'm sorry about that. I apologize. But I had to check and see if it was on my side, the lag, or if it was just on his side. Back to script.
Right. You spent a total of 10 minutes with us, and you're already a ghost. Where are you going?
Says Bubbles.
I need to talk to a human being who understands emotions,
Says Blossom, exiting. I am a known Homo sapien, says the professor. Because he's offended. He's offended that they won't talk to him. Exterior, Cerebellum's house, day. A charming bungalow. Blossom rings the doorbell. Cerebellum, now an attractive redhead in her 40s, answers the door. Blossie, I didn't think you'd actually come.
Hey, Sarah!
Blossom meets Sarah for a hug.
You still wear the same perfume.
Blossom and Sarah in unison.
Britney Spears circus fantasy.
Britney Spears circus fantasy. Interior, Cerebellum's house. Same time. Blossom and Sarah sit in the cozy den, drink tea and catch up. Sarah's demeanor is warm. She's an earthy, big sister type. You know, I was hoping to see all of you. Are my other bees just busy?
No, I just really need to talk to someone one-on-one. When we're together, it's like we're suddenly kids again, and it's just...
emotional. Yeah, I get it. You girls had a gnarly childhood. I used to fight with your father about how much was expected of you.
You always stood up for us. It's why I reply to your text, not his.
Gnarly. She's like I guess she's like a skater, or she's supposed to be like a hippie mom. Hippie mom in her 40s.
You always stood up for us. It's why I reply to your text and not his.
Drake really does care deeply about you guys. He just didn't want you to hide your light. He thought pushing you was a form of love. In 2021, yeah.
Well, I didn't feel like it, and we were punished for his dream. Have you ever noticed that my dad just got to continue living here in peace as a beloved eccentric after we were drummed out of town?
He lives here, but not in peace. I think he has a lot of regrets about how things went down. He's not a bad guy, Bloss. He can be enraging and oblivious. Trust me, I dated the man for 10 years. But he has a good heart.
It kind of sounds like you still love him.
Sarah blushes and scoffs as the tea kettle goes off. Sarah gets up to turn it off as Blossom looks at her phone, thinks, then starts typing a text. Interior, Powerpuff Girls home, kitchen, day. Bubbles and Drake sit at the kitchen table, still reviewing footage. They both wear sheet masks and are both flustered.
Okay, maybe everyone's internet works, but they are hallucinating that it doesn't because of something in the water, or, like...
aliens, Drake says solemnly.
Wait,
says Bubbles. On the footage, Bubbles spots Henrietta at the window.
That's the same little girl we met in the front of the house. Coincidence?
Maybe we should take a look into her, says the professor.
She's like 10,
says Bubbles. So were you back when many a villain made the mistake of underestimating my girls, says the professor. Drake's phone buzzes with a text. It's from Blossom. Very surprised. Drake opens it, then smiles. Oh, your sister texted me. She said if we're still investigating to look out for the barfly's yellow eyes.
Look at that! Progress!
Says Bubbles. Drake smiles, so touched by Blossom's gesture. Maybe I can come back from this after all.
You know, once I get my money today, we can use part of my cut to go deeper with our investigation. This city needs a Powerpuff Girl. And you know, post-rehab, I've always wanted to go solo. Timberlake solo,
says Bubbles. I don't know. I like Bubbles. Bubbles with the whole I'm on my own way Justin Timberlake vibes. We stand a queen. Drake looks guilty at the mention of the money. Right.
I have to rinse. Gotta look fresh for the trust fund meeting.
Bubbles skips out. Drake keeps looking at the Henrietta footage. Her face is stormy, mysterious. Possibly evil. Interior, Henrietta's lair, day. Henrietta, surrounded by empties of monster energy, builds more woolly bears. Jojo bursts in, impatient. Time's up, Henry! Time's up, Henny!
They're not ready! They're not ready!
I don't care! Show me what you've got! The main event! Henrietta pulls out a box and opens the lid, revealing 3 special woolly bears. 1 blue, 1 pink, 1 green.
These are designed specifically to target them and accept their minds. Blue for
Yeah, I got it! Jojo snatches the bugs from Henrietta, opens the window, and lets the woolly bears crawl out. You sound like the Earl of Lemongrab, unacceptable. I feel like Jojo could easily be the Earl of Lemongrab. Easily. Oh, you know what I should do? I should pop out, chat, and then go to the stair, and then put that there, so then I can also talk to you while talking to you while reading. There we go. Easy setup. Easy setup. Interior, Powerpuff Girls home. Bubbles bathroom, day. An upbeat Bubbles gets ready. Makeup and accessories are scattered all over the vanity. The blue woolly bear appears on her windowsill. Bubbles pulls on a blue beanie that covers her ears and has holes for her pigtails to emerge. Bubbles.
That's cute. Ski bunny mood.
The woolly bear looks perplexed. Oh, I guess Did it say that the woolly... Oh, it did say the woolly bears were there in the exposition. I read it. You guys probably heard it. I read it, right? Whatever. Exterior, Powerpuff Girls home, driveway. Same time. As Blossom approaches the house, she notices the pink woolly bear crawling up her arm. She frowns, picks it off, and places it on a leaf. The woolly bear falls off the leaf and into a puddle where it short circuits. Interior, Powerpuff Girls home, kitchen, same time. Buttercup is about to take a sip of black coffee when she sees the green woolly bear coiled around the cup. She yelps, flicks it down the drain, and turns on the garbage disposal. Interior, Powerpuff Girls home, living room, day. Bubbles, Blossom, and Buttercup sit on the couch across from an attorney, Larry, as Drake stands anxiously in the corner. Larry is a typical cheap TV lawyer type. He organizes papers from his briefcase. Ace films. Everyone sits in silence. Buttercup. Haven't I seen you on a bus bench? I suppose we're both famous. Looks through papers. So, we're looking at about five apiece. Right, Drake? Drake watches the girls. Bubbles pulls her beanie up from her ears, hoping she heard correctly. We see the blue woolly bear crawling along the couch, headed for Bubbles' ear canal.
5 million?
I'm sorry, that's the wrong voice.
5 million?
There it is. That's the voice.
No way. 500,000. I mean, that feels low, but...
5,000.
I'm sorry? What?
Look. This isn't easy for me to say. I saw how hard girls worked. I saw how hard you girls worked. How brave you were in all those battles. And I wanted to maximize your earnings. So I made some investments.
What did you invest in, Dad?
Fuck. Find the voice. Drink some water.
Well, some real estate. In 2008, then, fidget spinners? Have you guys heard of Cronuts?
The money's gone! And you knew about it! Why did you make us come out here?
Because I miss you. I love you.
So the evil lab was a lie.
No. I truly believe disaster is imminent.
You're mentally ill. This is why I don't call or visit.
So Buttercup is.
Say it ain't so.
That's Buttercup. Bubbles is.
So the evil lab was a lie?
And then Blossom is.
The money's gone! You do it!
It's. I'll let you know whenever I switch sometimes. I won't do it all the time because that will get really annoying and tedious. Okay.
So the evil lab thing was a lie?
No, I truly believe the disaster is imminent.
You're mentally ill. This is why I don't call or visit.
She picks up a vase. Drake instinctively ducks and cowers.
I'm sorry, Buttercup.
Buttercup hauls off the vase as if to throw it when a chair crashes through the window. Reveal: Bubbles, Hulk level furious, is the one who threw the chairs. Oh, jeez, this is in all caps, and she's really furious.
What about me?
She sounds too much like Blossom. I'll just do the regular voice.
What about me?
As she angrily gesticulates? As she angrily gesticulates, she unwittingly flings off the woolly bear. Larry drops the briefcase and runs. The woolly bear heads for Bubbles again, crawling up her leg.
I'm the only one who ever put the family and the team first, no matter what. Powerpuffs forever, right? I always believed in you and defended you. I guess I'm the idiot you always thought I was. We don't think that! I'm out of here. It's relapse time.
Oh damn, Bubbles going out of bender. Drake tries to stop Bubbles as she heads for the jagged hole where the window used to be. Drake puts his hands on her arm.
Sweetie.
And the woolly bear crawls from Bubbles onto Drake and into his ear. Bubbles flies out the window, a blue streak in the sky. Buttercup glares at Drake and flies. Buttercup glares at Drake and flies after her. I'm sorry, because Bubbles just flew away, so Buttercup is flying after Bubbles. I lost myself. That's crazy. Blossom.
You were supposed to protect us, and you never did. Not now, not ever, and because of that I killed Mojo. And it ruined my life. Wasn't it bad enough that you stole our past from us? Now we don't even have futures. Do you even care?
Drake is silent. He has a strange yellow glint in his eye. He isn't there anymore, but Blossom doesn't notice it.
Cool, got it. Never want to see you again.
She exits as we end Act 3. I wonder if It would just be they just cut. They just cut. CW just cuts. They would just cut. Okay. Act 4. We're in the end game now, boys. 18 pages left. Thoughts so far? Thoughts so far in the first 3 acts? I mean, personally, I'm really enjoying this fan fiction. I'm loving this fan fiction. That is all. Those are my opinions. As a fan fiction, this thing is great. This thing is fantastic. But like as a bad fan fiction, you know, like a really cheesy one. Yeah. Like, as a fan fiction, it's solid. Like, as a cheesy fan fiction, it's solid. You know? Like, I love how the girls killed Mojo Jojo, right? And then the town ran them out. And it, you know, now they're just trying to live their lives. Hey, thanks for subbing, Janiac Jr. Hey, I appreciate it. You're the best. You're the best. You're the best around. The cheese is good. The cheese... is delicious. The cheese, du fromage. Du fromage. The cheese is du fromage. Anyways, Act 4. Y'all boys ready? Y'all boys and girls ready? Everybody ready? Let's do this. Interior, jail, day. A close-up of a man's mouth. Police officer.
Bubbles Utonium!
On Bubbles, in a holding cell. She opens her bloodshot eyes, placid with sleep. She sits up, looking rough. Reveal Ace beside an officer outside the cell. He gives Bubbles a brief, compassionate wave. Bubbles stumbles towards him as they walk down the hallway. Bubbles vomits. Ace pats her back. Ace says,
I got a great shot of you freeing all those snakes from the zoo.
They were legless spiders, Ace. Not that it matters.
Actually, that's the wrong voice.
They were legless spiders, Ace. Legless lizards, Ace. Not that it matters.
I said spiders first. That's crazy. I said spiders instead of lizards. Interior, Powerpuff Girl's house. Kitchen, day. Blossom finishes her coffee, sets the cup by the sink. Stay in the kitchen to reveal a mangled green woolly bear. The one Buttercup disposed earlier. Crawl out of the sink. Interior, Powerpuff Girl's house. Entryway, day. Blossom opens the front door when she hears a phone ring. She stops, looks inside at the red phone. But wasn't it unplugged? Blossom walks over to it as it stops ringing. Confused, Blossom goes upstairs, passing by the green woolly bear, now crawling up the banister. Interior, Buttercup's room, day. Blossom tiptoes to Buttercup's side of the bed. Macy's asleep. Buttercup's Googling backpacking trips on her phone. Blossom. Did you hear a phone ring? Buttercup.
Yeah, it was the house line. How far do you think $5,000 can get me? Direct flights to Peru.
She says that as she's typing.
I know it's stupid, but I can't stop thinking about that creepy guy in the bar. Those yellow eyes.
He probably has liver disease.
Then, reading Blossom.
Look, this spidey sense you're feeling right now, it's the part of you that would like to believe there's an evil in town. Because that means maybe Dad's not a pathological liar. But you know, Occam's razor.
Bubbles enters in sunglasses. Buttercup covers her nose as the green woolly bear crawls along Buttercup's wall toward her bed. Bubbles, acknowledging. Hey! Thanks for subbing, Sparks. Appreciate. Gang. Use those Janiac, use my emote. Use the Junior and Marcus talk emote in my chat. And in other chats, too. Also, Junior's gonna stream after this. So, yeah. He'll be streaming at twitch.tv/Janiac Watch that after. Anyways, back to reading. Thanks for subbing. Yeah. Green Woolly Bear crawls along Buttercup's wall toward her bed. Bubbles, acknowledging.
Yeah, I stink. Thank you for your compassion. I'm going back to LA now. I'll FaceTime you at Christmas if I'm still alive.
Clothes on. The Woolly Bear crawling into an ear canal. Oh no, did it finally get to Buttercup? Pull back to reveal Macy, springing out of bed. Possessed! She grabs the bedside table lamp and smashes it on Buttercup's head, then turns toward Blossom, flashing her yellow eyes. Blossom. Oh my god, yellow eyes! That's the line, by the way. That's the line. Macy throws down the bookcase. Bubbles attacks her, but Macy manages to duck and throw Bubbles smack into a wall. Bubbles tries to shake off the blow as Macy lifts up a bedside table, about to smash it over Bubbles' head, when Buttercup kicks Macy's legs out from under her rear. From under her. Macy falls, hitting her head on a desk chair and causing the green woolly bear to fly out of her ear. Macy groans. The girls stare at the green woolly bear in awe. Interior. Oh my god! Actually, it's Blossom saying, "Oh my god, yellow eyes!" Yeah, the yellow eyes means that they're possessed. I don't know if you were here for that part. That was earlier. Interior, Powerpuff Girls' home. Drake's lab. Day. The girls examine the woolly bear under a microscope. Blossom dissects it, revealing its wiring and a square metal chip.
Whoa, is it a robot? Magic? This is an AI chipset. The furry hairs on the outside are actually nanofibers intended to latch onto something. I'm guessing a brain.
How do you know all that?
Blossom.
I have a PhD in biotech.
They clearly don't know.
Really, you guys don't know that?
Buttercup.
Psh, of course I knew that.
I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry that you have to see that. I gotta clean that up.
Psh, of course I knew that.
Bubbles.
Biotech. Duh. Nerd alert.
Blossom.
Anyway, I think someone engineered these things for mind control. The guy at the bar? Macy? That's why their eyes had that weird yellow glint. They were possessed.
Then realizing.
Dad was right. Evil is back in Townsville.
Bubbles is stunned. Buttercup is still a little skeptical.
So someone put this thing in Macy to get her to what? Attack us? Cause that's a bunk plan.
I don't know. This thing looks pretty damaged. Maybe it's misfired.
You know, okay, pause. I'll remember where I am. I'll put my finger there. It's green. How? You just assume. Just assume. I know that maybe they'll figure it out. Maybe they'll figure it out once I read more, but it's green. Just assume, right? Like, it was made for Buttercup. Like, it's... Anyways. Bubbles.
Dad and I were working on a theory. Buttercup, do you remember that girl we met outside the house? Our biggest fan?
Buttercup.
The one with the pet caterpillar?
Yeah, that was Shady, and we spotted her in my dock footage outside the Kato, watching us.
Bubbles says. Buttercup, it's not really it's really hitting her now.
I can't believe this. I really thought Drake made it all up. Like that mom who poisoned her kid for Disney tickets.
What? What?
So crazy. Like, think bigger.
Suddenly, all three girls get Google alerts on their phone. Whoa. Whoa, they're not using iPhones? They're not using iPhones. Interesting. They're using Google alerts. Huh. Interesting. I feel like that's off-brand for CW. Yeah, no, the Disney Poison Kid. Yeah, that's what they're making the reference to, right? I knew that was a real thing. That's weird. That's weird that they're calling to that in real life. Maybe this is a fanfic. Maybe this is a fanfic, and someone fooled the internet. You know? Maybe this is all a fanfic, and someone fooled the internet. I've downloaded 2 versions, though, and both versions read the exact same way. So, I assume this is the legit. Anyways, suddenly all 3 girls get Google alerts on their phone.
Are you guys seeing this?
Says Buttercup. Bubbles says,
What the?
Blossom turns on the TV. A breaking news banner reads, Townsville erupts in riots. Chaos. A newscaster reports, the riots started moments ago, the cause of which are still unknown. The girls are in shock as they watch news footage of citizens destroying Townsville. Match that footage to interior, mayor's office, continuous. The TV is on. Jojo looks in the mirror deciding between 2 ties, red or blue. Henrietta, surrounded by her woolly bear creations, opens the window.
Just so I'm clear now, we're gonna lose your woolly bears, your woolly bears onto Townsville, let them crawl onto people's brains, then turn their aggro meter up to 10?
Exactly! We need a new plan after your idiot worms incepted the wrong Utonium! Says Jojo.
Henrietta.
Then what happens?
Jojo.
I blame the entire thing on Drake. He confesses via Woolly Bear that he's drunk with power, blah blah blah. I arrest him, save the day, and Townsville re-elects me as mayor. Odd fun bonus. Drake rots in prison and maybe I get to console Blossom.
With that, Jojo picks the red tie. Henrietta sadly watches her woolly bears leave the office out the window en masse. Henrietta.
Goodbye, Karen, Jared, Eric, Melania, Donald, Rudy, Gilani, Ted.
So, we all get those names, right? Other than Jared, Karen, Eric, Melania, Donald, Rudy, Gilani, Ted. I mean, I think Jared and Eric are normal names. Karen, Melania, Donald, Rudy, Gilani, Ted. Yeah.
Edgy. Oh man, look at that. We're so edgy. Oh man, we're political. We're political in our CW show.
Interior, Utonium house, living room, continuous. So it's still this. Oh wow, there's another act after this. Act 5. The girls keep watching TV as the news stitches to a press conference. The banner below: Townsville erupts in chaos, mind-controlling robots. Mayor Mondale speaks.
Citizens under the control of these malicious robots are being forced to act violently toward each other. With no end in sight, we believe this is the work of an evil mastermind. Professor Drake Utonium, says Jojo.
What?
Says Bubbles. On TV, news footage of Drake on a rooftop screaming. Oh, I wonder how they got this footage. Old man. Think Professor Oak.
So, do you want a Charmander, Ash? Burn Townsville, all must pay!
If you're looking for it, you can see his
yellow eyes!
Someone's setting him up.
He needs us. Now.
Off. Blossom. Overwhelmed and terrified by this call of duty. Alright. Act 5 is the final act. Alright, we got 13 pages to go. Let's finish this, boys and girls. Exterior, Townsville, streets, various, day. The Powerpuff Girls drive towards town in the white let me restart. The Powerpuff Girls drive toward town in the white Puffmobile Sprinter van. Buttercup drives. Blossom is in front. Bubbles in back. They pull up to the city center. The reason why I said the pull-up is because literally in the text of the script, it says the pull-up to the city center. It should say they. Anyways, Buttercup.
I can't believe we didn't fly.
I'm sorry. You know I can't get on a plane without a Xanax.
But you can literally fly. Let's sidebar this.
I'm holding up. Buttercup has only flown once. This entire script. She flew at the start when she saved the little boy when she was doing her firefighting thing, and then there was the scene where Bubbles was yelling at the professor because there was no money or whatever, and then Bubbles flew out the window. Remember? That's how she leaves, and then Buttercup flies after her. Yeah. Because there's a hole in the wall, so Buttercup glares at Drake and then flies after her. I scrolled up to get to let you know about that one. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading. We back. Not enough power in this Powerpuff Girls show. Yeah, there's only been one hole in a wall. That's what you should point out. There's been one comical hole in the wall. One. That's upsetting. Anyways,
let's sidebar this.
They get out of the car. We see anarchy in the streets. Cars on fire. Fights breaking out. Bubbles.
They're all possessed. This is like the gathering of the Juggalos. You've been,
says Blossom.
I was paid to appear,
Says Bubbles.
We need to get to Dad,
Says Blossom. The girls keep taking it in. People are fighting, shouting, and destroying property. Fire hydrants have been opened, and there's water all over the streets. Nearby, Henrietta, unnoticed by the Powerpuff Girls, strolls through the insanity she's helped create. She spots the girls and picks up her phone, ducking into an alley. Interior, alley, day. Henrietta.
Okay, they're here. You might want to make that arrest.
Crosscut, phone call. Interior, mayor's office, day. Jojo is on the phone, exhilarated. All three of them? Even Blossom? Henrietta, bored.
Yup. You'll get to see them kick and scream as their dad gets hauled off to jail. Just like you put on your vision board. Which you should never show anyone, by the way. The Goldland Boys cringe.
Jojo smiles, taking in this moment. When his pet monkey screeches, Jojo frowns, his mood darkening. No! It's not enough! I can't squander this opportunity! Henrietta. What do you want me to do, Jojo? I want them to know how it feels to watch their father die. New plan. Interior, Townsville, city center, same. The Powerpuff Girls head for Drake. On their way there, they cannot help but notice the mayhem. Bubble stops.
Guys, wait. What about all these people? They need us.
Blossom looks around, conflicted. Buttercup keeps moving, then turns around when she sees Blossom and Bubbles haven't moved.
Come on! Saving Dad's life, I get, but playing superhero again?
Buttercup gestures to the fighting and ruin around them.
These are the same normals that kicked us out of here a decade ago. Why would we help them?
Blossom sighs, conflicted. Bubbles sees her wavering. Bubbles.
Blossom, you were the one who always said we should help people no matter what, remember? You had the biggest, bravest heart of all three of us. That's why you were the leader.
Blossom.
I was the leader because Dad said so.
That's not true. I was designed to be in charge. But your annoying type A ass claimed the role. And you owned it.
Says Buttercup.
Was Buttercup designed to be in charge? Was Buttercup designed to be in charge? Is that canon?
I'm gonna lose my voice at the end of this, by the way.
Guys, I know everyone here rejected us for semi-misogynistic reasons, but Townsville is our home now. Is our home, and it's getting destroyed. We have to save it, and Dad. This is our chance to show them that they were wrong about us.
Buttercup looks around, taking it in. Yeah, nah. Blossom is off her game. She has panic attacks and everything. It's very weird. Show that they were wrong with about us. Okay. Buttercup looks around. Taking it in.
Look, I hate this town. I'm 50-50 on Drake, the singer. Not actually the singer, the professor. I'm 50-50 on the professor. But I've got a hard-on for Mayhem that won't go down. I'm in.
Buttercup with these hard-ons, dude. These boners and whatnot. I don't know. I like Blossom's story, to be honest. It makes a lot of sense and is consistent with their original characterization in the show. I'm definitely surprised at their take on her. Yeah, you know, I like Blossom's take. I don't really like how she's written. I really like how Bubbles is written. I like Bubbles so far. And Buttercup is legitimately just a lesbian insane person. Just a lesbian that wants to kill. Like, just out here to murder, you know? Like, that's it. She's angry, aggressive for no reason. But I guess that's part of the design. Her design. She was designed to be the leader, I guess. I don't know. Nah, man. Bubbles' dialogue is perfect for Bubbles' character. It's perfect for fan fiction character. I don't care. Bubbles is my favorite. Sold 10,000% on Bubbles. Okay. Bubbles smiles, looks to Blossom. She's shaking. Blossom.
No, I've done too much work in therapy to go there. I've done too much therapy to go there. I've done too much work in therapy to go there. I'm a grown woman now. I have degrees and a boyfriend and furniture from West Elm. I'm not a Powerpuff Girl.
Blossom starts to have a panic attack, then runs off. Bubbles is about to take off after Blossom. Buttercup stopping her.
We have to move on.
But Bloss.
We'll do it for her. Okay? It's what she wants, even if she can't say it. She's always our conscience. She's always our conscience.
And I was just the attention whore,
says Bubbles. Buttercup. I imagine Buttercup puts her hand on her shoulder when saying this.
Hey, you were amazing.
Bubbles nods, touched. They take off in the other direction. Lord help these characters. Exterior, Townsville, sky overhead. Moments later, possessed Drake is still standing on the rooftop. Bubbles and Buttercup observe from a safe distance.
Okay, so when Macy hit her head, it drove the woolly bear out of her. We need to do the same thing like that, but on a mass scale, without
killing people, right?
Bubbles looks around. Her eyes land on a spa with an advertisement for laser hair removal. Her eyes light up. Sorry. Bubbles says this. Bubbles continued.
Electrolysis.
Buttercup, frustrated.
I know you don't get the au naturel thing, but now is not the time.
Bubbles flies to a telephone pole and rips a wire out of the pole, exposing its frayed end. Buttercup smiles, getting it.
Oh, sick! You're gonna fry them.
No, we're going to lightly shock them, enough to drive the bugs out, but not enough to kill them. Look, they're all standing in water. Help me grab the pole.
See, that's a callback to when they said that the fire hydrants were spewing water everywhere, and there was water everywhere. That's a callback. You see, the script. Oh, they know. They knew. They remembered. They fly over the telephone pole and begin to uproot it. Interior alley, same. Blossom sits beside a dumpster, doing breathing exercises. She closes her eyes and opens them, revealing Young Blossom. Young Blossom.
Hey! Why are you hiding? Bubbles and Buttercup need your help.
Regular Blossom.
I don't know how to help. I can't do this. I just want a normal life.
Young Blossom.
No one has a normal life. Everybody has a superpower and everyone has to decide how they're gonna use it.
Regular Blossom.
I can't be the hero they want me to be.
Young Bubbles.
So be the hero you wanna be. Do it for you. On your terms. Now it's time to take a chance. Make a change.
Blossom, smiling to herself.
And break away!
My throat is going raw. It's crazy. Young Blossom disappears. Suddenly, the ground trembles. Interior, Townsville. City center, same. Buttercup and Bubbles hold the telephone pole above the crowd. Buttercup.
Just touch it to the water, and the shock will spread.
They lower the pole gingerly. A jolt of electricity surges through the teeming mass. Surging through the teeming mass. Standing in the flooded streets. People are knocked out. Then suddenly.
Look,
says Bubbles. Woolly bears are crawling and jumping out of people's ears. Bubbles and Buttercup are stoked. Like the show that used to come on Teletoon. But then...
hello, Powerpuffs!
says Henrietta. Reveal Henrietta on the roof of the building with Drake. The sisters are midair, holding the pole afloat.
I have complete and total power over him. Right, Professor Quacktonium?
Drake nods numbly.
I knew you were a fake fan. Nobody's favorite is Blossom.
There's probably a couple of people that's favorite is Blossom. People love Red. I feel like there's probably a few people who have the favorite as Blossom. Oh, she's right? That's a thing? Oh, that's crazy. Buttercup.
Look, I don't know what you want with her dad, but please, let's talk this out. Girl to girl.
You're not a girl. You're a boring grown-up who used to be cool. Hang it up and start a book club,
says Henrietta. Bubbles lets go of the pole, ready to save Drake, but with the electric current, it's too much for Buttercup alone.
Bubbles!
Bubbles sees Buttercup needs her, and helps her with the pole before it crashes to the ground, but the sisters are stuck.
We can't drop the pole. It'll kill them all.
Let's go for a walk.
Drake obediently walks to the edge of the building and falls off. Bubbles and Buttercup are helpless, holding the pole, screaming. End of Act 5. Oh no. There's an Act 6. There's an Act 6! Alright. Last 6 pages, boys and girls. Exterior, Townsville, day. Drake plummets towards the... See this last little bit? See this last little bit? This is for you. This is for you. These are your 100 channel points going to work. We're hydrating. We're finishing this up. One shot. Stretch. Thanks, J Money. I don't know if you can hear that. You heard that crack. Oh yeah, those are some good cracks I'm hearing. Oh man. Oh this. Oh, those are some worth channel points right there. Worth channel points. Touch my toes. I touch the floor. My fingertips touch the floor. This isn't really a stretch for me anymore. Ah! All right. Here we go. I'm pumped. Act 6. Let's finish this. Exterior, Townsville, day. Drake plummets towards the ground. Buttercup screams. Bubbles watches in terror as Drake falls.
Daddy!
says Bubbles. Drake drops faster and faster, 30 feet away from the ground. Then 20, then 10, when Blossom cuts through the air and scoops him up. Buttercup says... Okay, I had to reset the mood. Drake drops faster and faster, 30 feet away from the ground, then 20, then 10, when Blossom cuts through the air and scoops him up. Buttercup says,
"That's my bitch right there."
Okay, I'm back, I'm sorry. Interior, mayor's office, continuous. Jojo watches from his window, furious. No, no, no! Back in the air, Blossom soaks up her hero moment. Sorry I'm late, Dad, but I had to make peace with an old... Drake slaps and scratches at Blossom, still possessed. Blossom continues. Stop, stop! Ow, are you so annoying? Blossom lands on the street with Drake, his fist flying. Blossom punches him in the face. His woolly bear flies out of his ear. Blossom stomps at it as Drake moans on the ground. Blossom. That was surprisingly cathartic. Townsville City Center. Bubbles is stomping out all the woolly bears. Bubbles is stomping out all the woolly bears on the street when Blossom lands beside her. Bubbles gives her a huge hug. Excuse me.
Blossie, you saved the day.
Henrietta. My babies! My poor babies! Blossom and Blossom and Bubbles turn to find Henrietta crouched in a puddle, mourning her woolly bears. Bubbles tauntingly stomps one out in front of her. Bubbles.
Oops.
Henrietta smiles menacingly, slowly standing up. Henrietta. Woolly bears! Mount up! The busted woolly bears start to rise up and crawl toward Henrietta as she cackles maniacally. When suddenly, Henrietta is electrocuted and flies into a building. Hard. Reveal. Buttercup with a live wire behind her. Bubbles says.
But... way too much.
The sisters hover around Henrietta's lifeless body. Buttercup.
Oh no, did we just kill a kid?
Blossom.
I mean, you killed her. You killed her.
Bubbles.
Sometimes you have to kill the child within in order to...
No. This is really bad.
Then Henrietta starts coughing. Buttercup's eyes light up.
Not dead!
Buttercup and Bubbles high five. Then they hear cheering. They turn to discover a massive crowd cheering for them. The sisters soak it up, feeling like real heroes again. Exterior, Drake's house, day. Newscaster.
In a sweeping reversal of fate, the Powerpuff Girls are beloved again in Townsville.
A super bloom surrounds the Utonium home. Townsville's residents swing by, leaving gifts. A huge sign is hung across the front lawn. Thank you, Powerpuff Girls. Interior, Drake's house. Blossom's bedroom, day, on the TV.
The town is pleading for the girls to return permanently, but the sisters have yet to comment, says the newscaster.
Pan from TV to Blossom standing by the window. She admires signs outside as she listens/watches a Bitmoji. Clive's Bitmoji.
Yo, baby. You know I love you, baby.
I know Clive's white. We found out Clive's white and pasty, but he's still gonna have a black voice.
Look, I get it's a cool opportunity. I just love our life together. I don't want to ask you to turn it down, but I hope you do. Sorry. Doing this on the Bitmoji was a stupid idea. Love you.
Blossom sighs, then notices something outside. Exterior, Drake's house, day. Blossom opens the front door as someone walks away. Jojo! Jojo turns, smiles shyly at Blossom. Hey! Forgot Jojo's voice. Crazy. Ah, thanks for subbing, Andrew. Appreciate it. Use a real sub next time. Use a real sub next time, Andrew. Where's your sub notification? It was in the middle of the screen. What do you mean? Clipped and exposed. You know I'm joking, Andrew. I love you. Anyways, I have 4 pages left. Shut up. Stop distracting me. Jojo. Hey, I was just leaving you guys a little token of appreciation. Inside, Buttercup looks out the window, watching them.
Bubba, come here.
Bubbles joins her at the window. What? I almost did Bubbles as Buttercup.
What? Whoa!
Intercut with Blossom picks up Jojo's gift. It's an action figure of her, the one we saw Jojo holding in the teaser. Wow, where'd you get this? Says Blossom. Jojo. I actually bought it behind my dad's back when I was a kid. I had to hide it under my bed, like porn. Awkward over-explains. Not because I did anything creepy with it, just because he hated you. Ah!
Oh my god, this is brutal,
says Buttercup. Blossom.
No, yeah, I got that. I remember. I'm still so sorry, Jojo.
It was an accident. Speaking of, I'm sorry about falsely... Oh, it was an accident. Speaking of, I'm sorry about falsely accusing your dad of mass terrorism.
Yeah, real egg on your face, huh?
Little bit, yeah.
Well, I guess we're even. I mean, we're not even. Nowhere close. I just mean, don't worry. Is she flirting? Girl.
You guys think you're going to stay?
I don't know. We have to talk it out.
Well, I hope you do. Jojo starts to walk away.
Jojo, why don't you hate me?
Jojo smiles, shrugs. It's not for lack of trying. Night. Blossom watches Jojo go, oddly drawn to him. Buttercup.
Classic hate boner.
Interior, Utonium house, dining room, night. The sisters talk over each other at dinner, telling Drake a story. Their energy is magnetic and warm, like old times.
So, Dad, I come up behind her and zap her. She flies like 20 feet and splats into a wall,
says Buttercup.
And then she starts freaking out like we totally killed a kid,
says Blossom. All of them crack up. Drake slaps his knee. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Good thing they caught her. You know she murdered her parents?
Really? Good goss.
So have you girls thought about whether or not you want to stay in Townsville? The girls look at each other, quiet. Blossom's about to speak when Drake cuts her off. Before you answer, I just want to say I know you are individuals with full lives and aspirations. Boyfriends and roots you've put down and solo careers. So if picking up your old mantle doesn't feel like your life anymore, I want you to honor that. The girls are shocked by Drake's uncharacteristic clarity.
We sure we got that bug out?
For your information, I saw Sarah today, and she gave me very good advice.
You know she still has a crush on you, right?
It's really more of a hate boner!
Now you've got it.
We'll discuss Sarah later. For now, you girls need to decide what you want to do. If you need me, I'll be in my lab. Drake leaves a beat.
Okay, moment of truth. We in or we out?
They share neighbors' glances. Blossom, the most conflicted.
Grew up in a small town, and when the rain would fall down, I'd just stare out my window, says Bubbles.
Well, sings Bubbles. Buttercup smiles, joining in.
Dreaming of what could be, and if I'd end up happy, I would pray I could break away.
They both stop singing and look to Blossom. Is she in or not? Blossom looks pained. She shakes her head. Buttercup and Bubbles share a disappointed nod. A silent beat. Then... Blossom, belting it, baby, in brackets. Blossom.
I'll spread my wings, and I'll learn how to fly. I'll do what it takes. I'll touch the sky.
Buttercup.
It was a fake out.
Bubbles.
What a slut.
Buttercup and Bubbles are thrilled. They join in singing in each other's faces. Visceral, a complete return to childhood. All three girls. It literally says all three girls, and then they all talk. I'm gonna pick my favorite one to talk, which is Buttercup.
I'll make a wish, I'll take a chance, make a change, and break away!
We're on the last page, by the way. Interior, Powerpuff Girls home, Drake's lab, continuous. Drake hears the girls singing upstairs and smiles. He peers into a microscope, examining a defunct woolly bear robot, but he's doing more than just examining it. He's repairing it. The bot wriggles back to life and Drake smiles. He walks to a cabinet, revealing a hidden door. He opens it, walks inside. Drake's secret lab. Lights flicker on as Drake places the bot in a glass cage, surrounded by other mysterious experiments and specimens. As he exits the lab, he looks at a picture on his wall, a black and white photo of himself, with Bubbles, Buttercup, and Blossom as babies. He looks at his girls, guilt-ridden. Interior, Utonium house, night. Close on the 2000s action figure of Blossom as the girls continue to scream, sing, and dance in the background. Match 2, interior mayor's office, night. A camera feed that JoJo watches. The action figure has a secret camera inside, a scowl on his face. His pet monkey watches the feed beside him, eating a banana.
I'll find a way to win re-election. We took them out once, we can do it again. Right, Dad?
The monkey jumps up and down, screeching with fervor as we cut to black. The end. Yay! That's the Powerpuff Girls. That's the leaked Powerpuff Girls script from CW. Everybody, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on that? I think it's a fantastic fan fiction, and I would love to read the next couple of chapters in this fan fiction. Someone decided to take their time out and write this, so good for them. I hope they're proud of their work. Am I proud of their work? I mean, it's work. It's alright. I enjoy it, so maybe that's what their goal was, for someone to enjoy it. I enjoyed it, so maybe they achieved their goal. I mean, I enjoyed it for the reasons of humor. You're still driving? Here, let me turn on some music while I talk about if I enjoyed this or not, and what my opinions are. Yeah, so I enjoyed it. It was definitely had Powerpuff Girls in it. There were Powerpuff Girls in it. They were used by name. Buttercup is my least favorite character. Most favorite voice to do there, though. Bubbles is my favorite character in this fanfic, because Bubbles is just lit. Bubbles is literally lit all the time. She's been to rehab several times. She goes on drug benders and whatever. Like, I don't know. Bubbles is great. She's just an airhead. She's just dumb. She said something. She made this whole comparison between Dirty Dancing and like the girls or whatever. I love that. That was one of my favorite things. She says, "Look, we love being Powerpuff Girls, but sometimes we wanted to do other things too. You know how in Dirty Dancing, Baby is like this big Baby is like this big nerd who wants to join the Peace Corps, and then she meets Johnny and becomes a fancy slut." When she said fancy slut, I was just like, "Yo, that's this character is over the top crazy. This was never real. This was never supposed to be on air. This script was not supposed to be used for a TV show. I'm telling you right now. This is a test script. This is a test script that got leaked, and whoever leaked it thought it was hilarious and knew that the internet was gonna think that it was hilarious as well. Whatever they use for the real script, I hope is leaps and bounds better than this. Conceptually, like, I like Blossom's concept where, like, she has a panic attack, right? At, like, because in 2000 and, because they're made in 96, right? That's when they're born. Out of the Utonium or whatever, Chemical X, and then there's 7, and then in 2003 or 2013 they kill Mojo Jojo. Well, they kill Mojo, the one half of Mojo Jojo. So they're born. How old was I in 2013? Someone tell me. If you're born in 1996. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2003, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So they're 17. At the age of 17, that's when they kill Mojo. Wow, at the age of 17, they murdered Mojo Jojo. Well, Mojo, rather. That's crazy. No, that's bad math, Marcus. You're an idiot. 96. 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. Oh, 17. Interesting. 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. Interesting. Wow. Wow. These Powerpuff Girls are 25? What? Whoa. Damn. That's crazy. That's interesting. So they're made in '96. They've been saving the day in 2000 since 2003 when they were little girls. That's the cartoon. That's lore wise or whatever. And then 2013, they're teenagers, and they instantly kill Mojo, a scientist, who's all like down with the Powerpuff Girls. He sacrifices himself or whatever. And then Jojo's still alive. Huh. Interesting. Anyways, thoughts? Anybody got anything else to say about this? It's my word. I don't know, Chloe Bennett as Blossom, if she had these lines, a little strange. Yeah, I have a lot of questions too. Like, I don't know, I feel uneasy about this script. I don't know. The script makes me feel weird. You could. Like the whole panic attack thing. Alright, yeah, I can see Dove as Bubbles for sure, 100%. I feel like those lines were made for her, oddly enough, and how much screen time Bubbles had. Yeah, exactly. The script will be like perfectly fine. It will seem like a normal script, and then they'll say some super cringe for the next like 9 pages. This is a 60-page script, by the way. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap up this stream and let Junior start his stream. Whenever he wants to start that. But to wrap up what I'm going to put an ad to wrap this up. But how do I feel after reading this? So, as a person that's read several fan fictions, I've read good ones, I've read bad ones, right? I've read good ones, I've read bad ones. Let me formulate my thoughts. I'm gonna run an ad. We're gonna come back, and I'm gonna tell you guys how I feel. Okay? Good idea. Sounds good. Yes. Like, this is a bad fanfic. Like, this is not a good fanfic. But it's like it's a good bad fanfic. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man. Like, it feels like it was written by a kid. Hello. Are you back? It's been a minute. Is the ad done? I hope so. Because my opinions on this fanfiction are, I would rate it like as a bad good fanfiction. That's fine. As a bad good fanfiction, right? So as the best bad good fanfiction for me is My Immortal, right? Top tier, great bad good fanfiction, solid, right? And then the worst fanfiction I've read is like really trashy Percy Jackson fanfictions that were definitely written by someone that was like 9 years old and doesn't really know too much about like writing books or whatever. Yeah, no, it's definitely something. Like, I'm gonna say, on the bad good scale, it's definitely like a 8, like a 7 or an 8. Bad good. In my opinion, just because it has everything that a bad good fanfic needs. You know, it's got random swearing, right, from a character that just swears loud. We got a character that just has sex. Like, there was a sex scene just to display that a character was a lesbian. Wild. You know. What else was there? There was a breakdown of characters that we know and love. In the future, turned and we're told about what it would be like later on for them. You know what I'm saying? So that's like fanfic trope. I don't know, man. It's definitely a 7 or 8 for me. 7 or 8 on the bad good scale. On the good fanfic scale, it's a 1. Nah, that's rude. I've read worse fanfics. Read worse good fanfics that were trying to be good. Nah, it's like a 3 or a 4, I'd say. But yeah. So yeah, on the good fanfic scale, 3 or 4, we'll say 3.5. And on the bad but good fanfic scale, we're gonna say a 7 or an 8. So 7.5. What's my next fanfic? I don't know. I'm gonna have to look up. I'm gonna have to look into it, see what my next fanfic would be. As I said, I mean, I started this channel because I really wanted to do. I mean, I named the channel fanfiction because I really wanted to read My Immortal as a fanfic on stream. So that could be one, but I don't know. Maybe something else. My Immortal is fantastic. One of my favorites. Super cringy. Even more cringy than this, in fact. Like way more cringy. Yeah, the Sonic fanfic. Oh, that's a good one too. But I'm gonna have to think of like. Yeah, I need warm-ups. Those are really, really good ones. Those are like known good fanfics. But yeah, I'm gonna look up some other fanfics. And stuff. Yeah. This was a fantastic warm-up. This is a good prepare for how crazy the fanfic world is and can be. This is a good prep. But anyways, I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you for coming through. I love y'all. Thanks for listening to me read. Even though I can't read, I had a couple of brief moments of like speech impediments, but that's okay. Happens to the best of us. I love all of you. And it's funny, the "will be back soon" thing isn't here. Let's see if we can finagle this. And we will be back soon. Bye. Have a great day, guys. Go watch Janiac Jr. stream. Twitch.tv, Janiac Jr. Janiac Jr. Twitch.tv. Twitch.tv/Janiac Jr. Go watch him. Bye. 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 I'm glad I was able to entertain you. Thank you, J Money. Bye.